We're live. Don't touch the camera, Miss Kay, because it will pop off the stand. You can move the tripod.
No one's watching.
Welcome to my home. I'm trying to get situated. Let me try to refresh my page so that I can see everybody's comments. So welcome, welcome, welcome. We are live in the home. Actually, today we're not in the wreath shop. We are in my dining room. I don't know how much you can see. I'm trying to get all of the everything loaded so that I can see everybody's comments. Okay. All right, so I see some people are coming in. Yay, 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 yay. So, oh my gosh, this is a total mess. You can see so much stuff, Caitlin. I'm trying to adjust it a little bit away from the mess. Anyway, welcome to my home, you guys. This is a different video. It's a little bit more fun. I thought that I would show you how I use all of my scraps left over from wreath making on my Christmas presents. So since I have to wrap Christmas presents anyway, I thought it would be fun if you guys kind of joined me in on the fun. Yeah, fun, right? It's fun to wrap presents. So thank you, Miss Kay. Is it good? Is it good over there?
Does it look good?
It looks great. Thanks so much. So actually, Miss Kay,
Yes.
move it a little bit closer because if I step back, my head will be out.
Move it closer.
Yes, please.
Okay. Oh no.
Keep going, keep going, keep going. Okay, so if you are just now joining me for the first time, I'm going to introduce myself. Thank you. That's good. I am Julie Samaco with Southern Charm Wreaths, where we make beautiful wreaths and teach you how to make and sell them. I'm also a business coach and mentor to creative entrepreneurs through my Success Circle membership group. And like I said, today we're just going to have some fun with the scraps and wrap presents. And I thought you guys would be interested in this. I don't know. I was trying to figure out some ideas of sharing with you guys, and the hub said, hey, you know that thing you do every year with the Christmas presents? You should do that. And I'm like, oh yeah, okay, I'll try that. So welcome. As you come in, tell me what you're doing today. It's this afternoon, evening. What time is it where you are? We're about ready to get in the bed, to be honest. We're early to bed and early to rise. So, but just tell me, where are you from? What are you doing? Are you getting ready for some snow? I heard that there was this huge storm headed towards the U.S. So I was wondering, are you getting ready to get some snow? Unfortunately, we are not. We just got some rain, but it's starting to get really, really cold. So tell me where you're at and where are you coming from. And as you and if you have any questions, I'm gonna try to see it on my iPad. Okay. So hi Kay, welcome, welcome. Hi Josh, welcome. Hi Tammy. Tammy, Texas in the house representing, girl. Welcome, guys. Okay, everybody, work. Okay, yep, we all had to work today. Oh, okay, so Melissa made a topper for her, her tree topper. Yay. Cool, all right, yay. I'm glad you guys, you can hear me and see me and everything. And so let's just get started. All right, so let me put this over here. The first thing I like to do is put the ribbon on the presents. So I guess I'll try, well let's see, I'll do this one. So I am not a bow or a present wrapper expert by any means. I mean, you know, let's be honest, we just try to do it to get it done. And I do not do this for all of my presents, okay? I pick like, I used to pick the most important present for my child and wrap it special, you know, like this. And then they started getting smart and realizing that the fancy ones are the ones they wanted the most, typically the most expensive. So then I started wrapping underwear and the fancy stuff to try to trick them up. But yeah, sometimes that still doesn't even help. But anyway, I'm just going to wrap this real quick and show you how I put a bow on it. Did that come over? Actually, I don't think I did that right. So when you wrap your presents, do you go all out, or do you just slap one of those, you know, stick-on bows? That's one thing I don't do, is a stick-on bow. All right, now, just give me a minute. Here we go. I told you I'm not an expert. It takes me a minute to figure it out. It's like a puzzle. And, you know, after I get the hang of it, the wrapping's done. So tell me, do you guys tie your bows on your presents, or do you just, you know, put the stick-on bows? We've got the stick-on bows too. I don't really even do that anymore because if they don't get a handmade bow, I just don't put a bow on, and I shove it in the back under all of the presents with the bows. So the ones with the bows are out front. I just make a loop, pinch it, make a loop going underneath, and another, and I just keep doing that. And I make them all the same length, and I just keep going back and forth, almost so if you're going to look at it at the side, it looks like a figure 8. But anyway, so I do all of the fancy bows go on the front of the tree, and all of the ones, the presents that don't have a bow, you know, go underneath them, because once you put a really big fluffy bow on top, you don't want to smash it. So I don't put them on all of my presents. And then once I have a handful, I just trim it off. And then I trim off a little section, and this is what I'm going to use to tie the ribbon together with. And sometimes it slips out. It's all good. It's all good. You just fix it. And then I put it on, and if it looks a little uneven, if it's because it's not tight yet, I can slide it just a little bit and make sure it's even on each side. And then I tighten it up. Actually, I've lost my, here it is. So then I tighten it up real tight, and then I take it, all right, so this is the gift that we just wrapped. And you see I have the little knot up here. So I'm going to take this and put it down, and I'm going to just tie it over that knot. Real tight. And this is tricky doing it upside down. But I love this ribbon. So I always use this satin ribbon. Hold on, I can't see. For my Christmas presents. And I always purchase it in advance, knowing I'm going to have lots of gifts to wrap. And usually I can buy a roll and it'll last me, you know, 4 years or so. I mean, gosh, this will probably last me at least 3 years. And especially if I get a different color, you know, red and green, or sometimes I use black. And then all I'm going to do is just smooth the, you know, push the bow loops around and spread them out and separate them. And then I'm just going to trim the streamers. And then there is the bow. Isn't that pretty? I just love it. I love getting a package that's wrapped, that's just really, really pretty. And a lot of times I tell whoever's wrapping my presents, I'll put the bow on because I'm a bow snob. Hi, Christina. Welcome. Welcome, guys. Yes, Ramona, this is a great way to use up some ribbon scraps, and that's what I was going to show you. But once you get your bow like this, okay, So then I just find scrap pieces of stuff that I've used for the wreaths that aren't enough to put in another wreath. I mean, I guess I could use them in a lantern swag. Like this amount right here would have been perfect for a lantern swag. But I'm just going to hot glue pieces around the bow area. This bow didn't turn out as fluffy as I wanted. Hold on. Oh well, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I'm going to try to do this where you guys can see. So I'm just going to hot glue some of the green pieces in between the bow loops. Let's see. And you can put them on the package. You can put it on the ribbon. It doesn't really matter. You want to make sure that whatever's underneath, like in the box, isn't going to be, you know, burned with the glue. It should be okay though. This is a box of underwear. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. And then let's see, I think I've got these little ornaments too that you could use. Let's see. So that would look cute because the name tag, I don't know if you can see the name tag right here, but it has a little candy peppermint theme going on right there. So this little ornament that's, you know, the peppermint theme would look cute hanging underneath it. So I think I'm just gonna hot glue it on. You could wire it if you want to use it again. Definitely you could wire it on there. And there you go, there's one. Wasn't that quick and easy? And it looks cute and festive. So there's one. And then here's one that I've already done. This is more of a like a rustic bow. So I thought it would be cool to do some pine cones. And we've got some greenery. So I'm gonna use some of this greenery right here and just do the same thing. So are you guys getting ready for, so what's today, Wednesday? Have you even wrapped your own presents? Tell me if you have a trick, a tip. Hi, Miss Deborah, welcome. So glad you joined me. We are wrapping presents. All right, so I think I have these small pine cones would look cute, I think. And these are actually already, these are wired, so I think I'm gonna keep the wire on them. I'll just do one. So I'm just gonna take the pine cone around the back of the bow. And try not to rip the wrapping. Christina's wrapped a few. Oh, but not like mine. Well, I've just started doing this. I usually do just a few. If you just joined me, I don't do every gift like this. I'm not gonna lie, I used to back in the day. back in the day when, you know, I was staying home with the kids and didn't really do anything else but keep up with them, I did a little bit more. But now these days, I told you, Miss Kay was like, I was like, I'm not gonna, let's just put up one Christmas tree this year. And Miss Kay was like, who are you and where is my mom? What have you done with my mother? Because I was not myself. I was not, you know, I was so rushed this year trying to get in, get everything done. I'm not the only one. I know you're doing it too. Some years, you know, it's just more difficult than others. Hi, Robin. Welcome. I love Christmas too. It is so much fun. Christmas is one of my favorite holidays. We go all out here in the Samaco house. Yeah, try not to get glue on my dining room table. That would not be good. The hubs would not appreciate that one. All right, so I think this one's done. But I've just tied this in. Oh, this one, it was a different bow. I just did 3 loops. I didn't go, you know, didn't do the other ribbon. I just did, this is a more of a plaid linen. Can you see that? I'm gonna see if you can see that. Oh, Amanda, you're not alone, girl. You're not alone. Let's see, the light is a little. I'm also trying a rush to get some stuff done. I'm usually done myself, and not this year. Not this year. Just, I don't know. I'm just running behind on everything. I wanted to show you this different bow. So if you can't tie a bow to save your life, don't worry, I've got you covered. All right, so this is, I think I'll do it on this bow. So I'm gonna do this bow. Okay, you can see how I've just tied it around the box and then knotted it. And then all you need to do is measure where you want the knot to go, and then you're gonna fold it in half and then cut at that point. And so you've got a strip like this, okay? And then you just keep cutting strips of the same length. So this is a wired gingham, black and white gingham print. All right, so fold it in half to get your center, and then you're going to tie it in a knot on top. And if this works really well if you've used the wire ribbon. So I just knotted it real good. I don't even have to knot it. I just put one little, you know, knot in it. And then I'm going to cut the ends, you know, fold them and put the dovetail on the ends. You just fold it in half and then cut it on the fold into a triangle shape. And then you could just separate them. And then if you just separate them like this, you'll see that they are, and you can shape them with because of the wire and the ribbon, you can shape it pretty well. Let me do this one right here, and then spread it around. And there you have a bow. And wasn't that simple? So you're just cutting strips of ribbon and you knot it on top, and then you have yourself a bow. And I thought that this ornament would look real cute. It just says, it's the most wonderful Christmas time of year. Let's see. I'm going to tie that on. I think I've got some wire. Hey, babe.
Hey.
Welcome home. I'm on Facebook Live.
All right.
You want to come say hey to everyone?
We got it in there. Hello.
I'm teaching them my little tricks.
Oh, all the beautiful little bows and ribbons and everything you have during Christmas.
Yep.
All right. We'll see you all later.
All right, so then you just put the wire in. I didn't use the hanger. I put the wire going through the hole on the ornament. And I'm just gonna wire that underneath. And this is just a cute, cute, cute little gift. You just need to do a couple twists on there and cut off the excess wire. And this is done, and this actually is a gift for my son. So I don't have his name on it. I better put a name on it because you know how that goes. Have you ever been like wrapping like a bean, and then you get to a point where whose gift is what, and you have to unwrap the flipping things? I have done that so many times. So I didn't want to forget, so let me write that down and look for the tape. Here we go. And here's this gift. Isn't that cute? You can see the little ornament right there. And the bow is how it has some like, you know, it's just three-dimensional and it's real funky. I think that's a cute little package. So there's one. And then I think I'm just gonna decorate this one up here at the top. I might put this ornament on too, because that would look cute. So I'm gonna put this ornament on. And this time I am going to wire from the hanger. So welcome, if you're just joining me, I am Joyce Samako with Southern Charm Wreaths. And we are decorating our Christmas packages or our presents using leftover picks and ribbon from our wreath making. And I know I am not the only one that does this. I'm sure other wreath makers do the same thing. So we've got that ornament right there. Isn't that cute? Gonna trim this down. And then I'm gonna try to put something in here. I'm trying to figure out, I think the red will look good. Oh, you know what might look good? I'm gonna do some red berries in this one. Oh yes, Dixie, my husband is very supportive. He spent his Sunday filming, helping me to film my my new video for my Wreath Making of the Month Club. We filmed it all day on Sunday, and it took us about 4 hours. And I'm not gonna lie, he fell asleep during the filming, and I thought, surely not. What? You fell asleep? And I'm like, I know these women are not gonna fall asleep, the ones who are wanting the instructions. But then I couldn't help but think, oh my gosh, was I boring? But then I thought, you know, he didn't care. But anyway, he's very supportive. He helped me rig up the whole garage to make it, you know, almost like a little studio in there where I can film videos. He had got me a backdrop. So I'm just hot gluing the berry picks into the bow loops. You know what? Miranda says she thinks my husband can make a wreath better than some of us. That is hilarious. He probably could. You know what? That would be a funny Facebook Live, wouldn't it? If we went on and had him do a wreath. That would be really funny. But he even does shipping. There are times when I go on vacation with friends, or I take Miss Kay to a quick beach trip for the weekend or something, and he's home helping. He's shipping the wreaths for me, so he's very supportive. All right, I think I need one more on the other side. Hey, Mike. Oh, he can't hear me. I keep forgetting he's deaf in one ear. All right, so I think that's it. How's that look? Can you guys see it from here? Let me see. They're saying that would be cool if we had a Facebook Live and Dad made a wreath. Wouldn't that be funny?
Yeah.
All right. I'm not sure if can you see you can't even see the berries. Oh, it looks real cute.
I can see them.
You can see them in the video?
Yeah.
All right, because I can't see them on the iPad. I was just wondering. It looks real cute. Do you think I should put anything else in there? What would you put in, Miss Kay?
Something sparkly.
Sparkly? Do you want gold? I don't have any silver. Oh, I have this red. How about red? Miss Kay says I need to put in some sparkle. She's a
You have
girl
white
after
ones?
my own heart, isn't she?
There's white ones.
You think I should do white?
I don't know.
What do you want? White or red?
Put them at the side.
Which one you want? White or red? Marina's saying she can see the berries. Merry Christmas, Trina. What do you think? Red or white, Caitlin?
Ooh, I don't know, both.
Both. All right then.
It wouldn't be your decoration without sparkles.
Oh, she's saying it wouldn't be something I've done if it didn't sparkle. That's true. This whole house sparkles. I'm tracking glitter all over the place. I need to post a picture, you guys. When I cleaned up my garage this weekend, getting ready for the photo or the video shoot, it was probably a foot high of stuff, of glitter, ribbon, all of this stuff. It was so much stuff. It wasn't even funny. It's because I don't do it often enough. But that's how a creative is, don't you think? Creatives tend to not care about organization and that type of thing. They're more, wanting to get into the moment, hurry and make stuff, not care about, what the floor looks like. You just shove it on the floor. Isn't that true, Caitlin?
Yeah.
You see any questions?
No.
Let's see. How's it looking? How's it looking? Sonia's saying both. There's a little time delay, just so you know, if you're wondering. Oh, it's falling. All right, then now for the white.
I think it's funny. I wonder how many major to You mispronounced like 3 already.
You're cracking me up, girl. So I'm just going in like a triangle. If you notice, I put one red up at the top and then 2 on the sides, and now I'm going to do a white on the bottom, and then, you know, just form like a triangle around the center loops. Oh, this one didn't stick. Ooh.
Watch Mom.
Let's see. And there's that bow. Can you see that bow? I don't know if you can see it. I'm not even going to try to lift this gift. I about broke my back just to get it up here. That's true. That is true. She's saying live in the moment, clean up that stuff later. I agree. I agree, girl. All right, so there's that one. That's real cute. That's real cute. Let me put you out of the side, out of the way. So should I do another one, you guys? So I showed you my trick right there. Do you want me to do another one? I could do one with 2. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Looking good. Looking good. All right. Oh. Okay, Amanda's saying the best wrapped. That's so funny. You want me to do another one? I'm thinking about doing a ribbon with 2, a bow with 2 ribbons. And am I going to switch them up? Let me see if I can do one with this ribbon and this ribbon. I don't know if this is going to work, but we'll try because this one's not wired. So I'm going to just unroll a lot into the floor. Okay. And you have to be careful with that, the satin ribbon, because it will cut you on the sides if you run it real fast down the side, your hand. It will cut your hand like a paper cut. Okay. So I'm just going to lay the ribbons on top of each other just like that. All right, so you just layer them on top, and anytime you make any bow with more than 1 ribbon, you're just going to layer it on top and make the bow like you do with 1 ribbon. But I've never done it with one that's not wired, so this will be interesting. So I'm just going to measure out, I don't know, you guys, 8 inches. But I want to make sure it's going to fit on my package, so let me back off that a little bit. Now some people work the bow from starting on the outside loops and work in, and I would love to learn how to do that, but right now I was always taught to just start from the center and work outwards, and that's the way I do it. So I made a loop going around, right? So then you've got the finished side of the ribbon on top facing you on this loop, and then you've got the unfinished side on the ribbon on underneath. So what you want to do is fold that up so that it is, so I've just taken it and folded it up so that now you have what looks like a bow tie vertically, and both finished sides of the ribbon are facing you, okay? I don't twist. Now I'm going to just pull this back, and I'm going to make another loop, but this time this loop is just a little bit longer than the first. And then I'm going to do the same thing, just keep pulling it up. So just take it and I pull it up, and I want them about the same length. So I want this loop to be the same length as this loop. Are you guys following me? Are you following me? All right, and now what I'm going to do is take this and loop it again and pinch it into my fingers. So I'm just like taking the ribbon and I'm feeding it in to my fingers, okay? So it's going into the side, not going behind the ribbon, but to the side. So I just keep feeding it into the side. And then you see how I'm keeping it both ribbons are still layered on top of each other. All right, so now I've got two ribbon loops that are same size on the bottom and two that are on the same size on the top. And then I've got these two smaller ones that I started with. And that's when I tend to like push some of the ribbon loops to the back. And so now I've got this in my hand, right like that. So now I'm just going to make another loop the same way, but making it a little bit longer. This is going to be a huge bow on this gift. Now the ribbon is starting to get tangled up. All right, and then let's see, where am I? Make it at the same length. So another loop the same length, another loop the same length. So now I've got 4. 2 on each side that are the same length. I'm going to move those loops to the back. You could do all that after you tie it off, but I think it's just easier to try to shape the bow while it's still in my hand. All right, and then one more loop. And that's the same size as the last loop. So we've got 2 small loops on the top, and then we've got, let's see, 2 of the next size below that, and then we've got 2 more, actually 3 more behind that size, and then 2 more on the bottom, just like that. And now I'm just going to make a long loop just like that right there, and those are going to be my ribbon streamers. And I need scissors. All right, and so let me get this out of the way. So you know that big loop that we just made? I'm going to cut that in half. And those are the ribbon streamers for the bow. And next time I'm going to do this, I'm going to make sure I have my wire ready. Because my hand is cramping right now. That's why I love this nifty little wire cutter. Because I can do it with one hand. I'm going to tie it. Oh, Jan says that she uses a chip clip to help her hold her ribbon loops together so her hand doesn't cramp. That is very smart, Jan. Thanks for sharing that tip with us. So let me get this out of the way. So now that we have our bow, I'm going to just separate the ribbon loops by doing this. And I'll tend to alternate, so I'll do one green in one direction and a red in the other direction, and then I'll just do each one. I'm just going to make sure that, because that way you want all the colors to be, you know, mixed up together so it's evenly dispersed. And there is the bow. So now I'm just going to attach it to the package. Now I do not usually do this much ribbon on a package. I usually just do really quick, maybe 3 loops. I think I'm gonna trim the tails a little bit. They're just way too long for a gift. And then that's when I go through and I just move my loops around and place everything back on the way it was supposed to be. It was weird doing it, the ribbon without the wire on it. It looks a little weird. I don't know, it's still pretty. We turn some of the streamers on the bottom around so the good part is showing. That is a big bow. It's a big bow for that package, don't you think? Hi Gladys, welcome. I'm wrapping presents with leftover ribbon and picks and pine cones and stuff like that. Have you started wrapping your presents, Gladys? So I wonder if I should put some stuff in this one. Maybe some lime green. Actually, I think I'd do some greenery. Here's some eucalyptus. I could use that. So I'm just going to hot glue some of these eucalyptus leaves into the ribbon loops. Hey, Sherry, I just attached, I used the same wire that I secured the bow with, and I attached it to the ribbon that was already on the package. So I tied the knot, you know, you tie a regular knot around the package with the ribbon and then cut it, you know, cut that off, and then you go back and tie the bow and attach it that way. Just use the wire and wrap it around the ribbon that's already on there. This is cute. This turned out cute. So do you have any favorite traditions for Christmas? What are your favorite traditions that you guys always do? We always bake cookies. Obviously go to church. I have a few of my favorite recipes that the kids insist that I make. Every year I ask them, what is the most important thing that you want to have done this year? I ask each child, what would make it Christmas? Because that way I won't, you know, forget to do it. Because you get busy and forget to do things, and every child will say one thing that they have to do, or it's not Christmas for them. And then my husband and I make sure we accomplish that one thing for them. And it's usually things like the peanut butter cookies have to be made. Or we have to go see this program. Or, you know, we have to have Christmas lights outside. Things like that. And then, so no matter how busy we get, we make sure that we do the one thing that child wants to do, so that, you know, because it's hard, you know, you get busy and then you start cutting back because you can't do everything, and you don't want to cut back the one thing that would make Christmas for that child. Thanks, Janice. If you're just joining, we are wrapping presents with leftover wreath supplies. We've got some berries and pine cones and some leftover greenery, and we're just gluing it into the bow. Just gluing it into the bow loops. I'll get one more on here, and I think this one's done. Gonna hold that in place real quick and check for questions. Oh, Debbie decorates gingerbread houses. How fun is that? Oh, and make a birthday cake for Jesus. That's fun. That's her traditions. So, okay, they read the night before Christmas on Christmas Eve. Yep, we like to do that. Yeah, we do that. I'm sorry, Gladys. I'm sorry, sweetie. I'm sorry that you're hurting. I'm praying for you. I'm praying. I know it's hard when you're missing somebody during the holidays. I'm really sorry about that. All right. It's a little over the top. Let me trim some of these leaves out just a tad bit. So you can see this one. Alrighty, and then I think I'll just show you one more on how to do the 3-loop bow that I was talking about. Well, this is kind of cool. I'm getting my wrapping done. Let's do this one. So I'm just going to wrap this really fast. I'm just going to do one ribbon around the ends. Let's make sure you can see me. Yep. All right, so and then I just tie it in a knot. You have to put your finger down to hold it the ribbon real tight. Sometimes I use, you could use a friend, a spouse, a significant other. All right, and then I'm gonna trim this just a little bit shorter because I usually make these a little longer because if I don't, I won't make them long enough. And then that stinks. All right, so now I'm going to show you the 3-loop bow. It is so simple, you guys. Broadbent, is that how you pronounce your name? Miss Kay was saying I'm going to mispronounce everybody's name tonight, but thank you. All right, so I'm going to take about probably 6-inch strip, whatever you want to call it. So you come up about 6 inches from the bottom, and you're just going to pinch, and I'm going to twist this time. All right, no, I'm not going to twist. I'm going to start it on the back, pinch it, then twist, and then I'm going to make a loop. Let's see, I don't know, 8, 10 inches, I don't know. It's about the length of my hand. And then I'm going to twist again, come down and around, because when you twist on this loop, it'll make it stand up a lot better. And then twist again, and then come down. And then do I want another one? I think I'm just going to leave it with 3. So you see how I have it in my hand? I've just got 3 loops, a dead twist on those loops. Trim it off, and then I'm going to use another piece of ribbon, of the same ribbon, to tie it off with. Thank you, Michelle. And then the same ribbon that I used to tie it with, I'm going to now attach it to the package. And I don't tie it in a regular knot, I just secure it one tie. I don't do, you know how you tie a shoestring on a shoe with double, 2 knots or whatever? I don't do that, I just do the one. Or maybe the shoe is 1, I can't remember. All right, now I'm going to trim the ends because they do get a little frayed when you're handling it. Trim that. Just cutting them at an angle. And so you can see that that's just 3 loops on that bow, and that's usually what I do. I mean, that's done. That bow is good right there. But if you wanted to take it up a notch, you could put in some berries and pine cones and stuff like that. just to fill it in a little bit. I think this one's from my mom. She'll appreciate that. Oh, thank you, Jessica. Yes, these ornaments are hanging from my chandelier. They're not glass. They are plastic, but they look like, they're made to look like mercury, but they're not. They're just plastic. I think they're cool. And then usually when the table is not filled with wrapping, I have a long garland that goes down the center. I hung them with ribbon, just, you know, ribbon. Some of the thin ribbon. I'm hot gluing berries on to the package and in between the loops on this. But with the ornaments, I just tied ribbon. This one doesn't even have ribbon. It's just from the hanger. And I like to stack them. I like to use different shapes. So you've got the onion. Can you see? Yeah, the onion shaped one, and then you've got this, the, you know, sphere, and so they're just different shapes. I think we're just about done, you guys. Do one in the center. I'm so glad you guys joined me in my home, helping me to wrap gifts. I hope that you got a few tips from today. And if you missed it, yesterday I was on Facebook Live and I gave tips on how to dress up your planters on your front porch. You know how they get dead with all the summer flowers, or, you know, it's time to pull those out, and sometimes you just don't want to put in fresh flowers, so they're just empty for the winter. But I showed you how to put in little snips of evergreen shrubs into it, and it gets to be so full it looks like you've planted a whole nother shrub, but it's really just clippings that will last most of the winter. So here is this bow. And I might add one little, okay, I'm going to add this little orb. It's like a grapevine ball. It's about 2 inches wide. I'm going to put that in there. And that will be done. Can you guys see that okay? Oh, thanks, Gladys. I'm glad you like it, Debbie. Thanks for following, you guys. And if you find this video helpful, would you mind doing me a favor and sharing it? It helps to get my name out to other people, and they might need some help with their Christmas wrapping too. Plus it helps, you know, put it on your own timeline so that you can find it later if you're looking for it. But here we go. Now make sure to join my mailing list. If you go to southerncharmreads.com/blog and just click in the where it asks for mailing list, just put in your email and you'll be on my mailing list. And once a week I'll be emailing out any tutorials similar to this one on making home decor or making wreaths and that type of thing. And I've got a few recipes that I throw in there, so make sure to join my mailing list. And thank you for sharing the video. Thank you so much. All right, I think I'm just going to trim this up and then we are going to be good. That is there. Let's see if you can see it closer. Okay, Debbie, you're so funny. She's like, you spent so much time wrapping and it'll be gone in 2.5 seconds. Okay, let me tell you what we do at our house. We do not all unwrap presents at the same time. We pick somebody who's the Santa in the room and they hand out all of the gifts. We all sit around with our coffee and mimosas and we take turns in a big circle unwrapping one gift at a time so that we all get to see that one gift and talk about that one gift and, you know, thank the person who gave them that one gift, and then we move on to the next person. And we started doing that when the kids were young because they would fly through. Like you said, we would spend so much time shopping and wrapping and all of this time and effort, and it would be gone literally in seconds. Usually before the sun came up when they were young. But so we started that tradition when they were young, and that's what we do to this day. We all sit around and we take turns appreciating the gift, wrapping, you know, and that sometimes it gets a little long, but that's what I like. I like it because there's times when it's so long, we'll take a break and eat breakfast, you know, and then we'll come back and keep unwrapping. It depends on how many people are joining us that year, because, you know, if I've got all my family in, it really does take a long time. But it's always fun when we take turns like that. Do you guys do that? Do you guys, any of you all do that, take turns wrapping, or do you just like unwrap it in a big old flash and it's done? Okay, I think that is it. Thank you guys again for joining me in my home, and I hope you guys have a very Merry Christmas. And don't forget to join me tomorrow, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to be back in the wreath shop making, I'm probably going to make, I still need to make the swags to go on my windows for the outside of my house. So I was thinking you guys could join me while I do that, or I might make an L-shaped door swag. I haven't decided yet. So comment below and tell me what you would rather see, an L-shaped door swag or swags that I would put on the outside of my house. I would like to know that. And then whatever you decide, I'll do, and I'll do it tomorrow, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, right here live on Facebook, okay? And you guys have a very blessed evening and a very Merry Christmas. God bless you and happy wreathing.